Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Thursday, December 12th. How is everybody? This morning the heat map just changed over. Let's look at it. Microsoft and Nvidia and Amazon are all down a little bit. Google and Apple and Tesla are up, and Meta's just a little flat right there. So that's how that looks. We'll go right through them. Let's go ahead and look at our Joey's jumpers. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Here we go. Let's jump into our Joey's jumpers. Let me get them real fast. I know they're right here. I retweeted them out so they would be right there and everyone could see them. There we go. AGFY. Let's take a look at it and see what Agrify is up to. It's at 32 and it's curling back up, so keep an eye on it, guys. We thought it would be. I was looking at it yesterday and it did look like it wanted to curl back up. So AGFI does look like it wants to curl up. AMBO. Let's see what Ambo's doing this morning. AMBO, and that is like Ambo Education. So let's see what they're doing real quick. That is, let me see if it's today's date. Today's the 12th. That's the 11th. Yesterday, 174 to 179. It's at 168. It looks like it's coming down. It had recently run up there. I'll have to look at AMBO later on, see what it's up to. AMPG. Let me see what AMPG's doing here. That one looked like it been running up yesterday and today. AMPG, there we go. It did run up yesterday and today. Yesterday 110 to 307, and this morning 227 to 298. And there you go. It's sitting at 235. It's not even looking that bad, but I don't know if it's going to keep running up. You'll have to see if that keeps its momentum. AMPG. And then Blink, let's look at that one. BLNK. This one's setting up to be in a good spot, like we were talking about the other day. It is. It ran up on the 9th. What it run up on Monday, and it's just pulling back. It's in that channel. It's going to run back up in that channel and then get set back up. BURU Nubaru. This one was running around. We've been looking at this, and it was on the list last night. And let's see what it did. It did run up crazy yesterday. Remember, this had that crazy run, 45 to 70 down to 16 and close at 44. And this morning it is 42 to 47 down to 29 and at 36. So Nubaru crazy hopping around. So keep an eye on that because it could run up there today. So watch BURU Nubaru right there. And CDIO, let's see what CDIO is doing here. CDIO. That one is been cruising up, that's for sure. And this morning it went 159 to 186, and it's at 168. So it's still running up there, CDIO. And we are super early with that. CHSN. Let's see, CHSN, Chanson International. Let's see what that's doing. CHSN, that one ran up the other day on Monday, just kind of pulling back here yesterday, 817 or yeah, 817 to 872 and down into the sixes. So this one could be pulling back there, and that's CHSN and CT something, CTHR. Let's see what CTHR. That's at Charles and Calvert. We were looking at this not long ago, saying that that was getting set up, and it ran up nice yesterday, 118 to 315, and then this morning 221 to 255, and we were looking at this down here at like the 128 area. So 117s and areas like that. So that one was definitely getting set up and popped. So there you go. DBVT. Let's see. DBVT. DBV Technologies looks like it's jumping up here. DBVT. Let's take a look. It did yesterday 336 to 603, and then this morning 450 to 560 and down into the 430. So that one did have a nice pop up there, and that was DBVT. And our DJT, let's look at Trump Media. This one looks like it's been setting up, and I've been saying that, and it looks like it wants to run. It's up a little bit this morning, 36.27 to 36.48. It's sitting at 36.34, so it is up just a hair, and it is setting up to get moving there. DJT, I think somebody said they're ringing in the opening bell this morning. If I I think Laptop Travel might have posted that this morning, if I remember correctly. So there you go with that. And drug, let's see what this thing's up to. It's been on drugs for a long time here. DRUG, and it's getting set back up. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to get popping real soon. So watch for any dips on it, but it is getting set up there. DRUG. And DXYZ, this thing just keeps on running up there. It's up another $4. I thought it was going to pull back at that one point, and it just laughed at me and just went right up and shot right up. So it's at the 70 area, and that was back in the 40s, I remember. So yeah, it just doesn't want to stop. It just keeps rolling up there, and it's in the top. So be careful. I would think it's going to come back with something, but maybe not. And I never got in. It didn't have options, so I wanted to try to find a better price and buy a few shares, but it just kept running up there. So maybe it'll pull back. And if I bought it, it would pull back immediately. So that's why I've just been sitting out on that one, DXYZ. And then let's look at Hut because that thing's moving quite a bit. And I know we go over this one. It was moving yesterday and this morning. It's moving 29.59 to 31.35. It's sitting at 30.74. So that is Hut, and that's moving. LDTC, let's see, LDTC, Letter Tech Holdings. We were looking at this before and ran way up there. LDTC. Let's see. Yesterday it spiked up pretty nice, 125 to 275, and today 193 to 224. It's at 159, but we were definitely looking at that thing before, and that was in like the 30s. I didn't even realize that ran. But yeah, we pretty much see every single one of them. LIPO, Lapella Pharmaceuticals here. Let's see. This one's getting set up. It's just in that channel, and that's going to get rocking and rolling. LIPO. We've been looking at this a little bit, and it is getting set up now to really move. And PALI, I think I was looking at this last night, talking to somebody about this one, and yeah, this is up $1.86. PALI. It was supposed to be on the list last night. It was in one of the messages I was talking, and I forgot to put it on, and it did pop up pretty big this morning. Opened at 181, got up to 360, and it's at 327. So PALI is moving this morning. And let's look at that QUBT. That one is pulling back. Let me see what it's doing in the pre-market here. It might be hitting that 20 and then get curled back up. So QUBT, we went over all them. Rivian, let's look at Rivian here and see what that's doing. Just pulling back just a hair. I think yesterday could have been its bottom for its next leg up. So keep an eye on that. And RMSG, that real messenger. Let's see, RMSG. See what this is see what this is doing here. It's still curling up, and yesterday 198 to 238, and it's at 193. So what did it open at? 198. So yeah, it jumps up and then it goes lower than what they open. We already know that it's about to crawl through. So keep your eye on it and see if it does want to have any kind of pop there. RMSG. And let's see, SATL. I know that was popping up before. It could be setting back up to try to run again, SATL. And so, yeah, I'll look at this today, see if it's trying to curl back up there. And Sezzle, let's look at SEZL. This one's a good one to take a look at. I was just waiting for this to bottom out here, SEZL. And yesterday could have been its bottom. So at what is that, 309, it's at 320. So I'm going to take a look at Sezzle here and see what that's up to. That's a good one for options. SGRP. Let's see. Spar Group. Let's see what they're up to. SGRP. Let's see. They ran up yesterday and 182 to 237 this morning, 218, and just came down to 205. So we'll have to see if that one wants to get running, but it looks curled up and still looks pretty good there. SOS, let's see this one. SOS has just got that weird look down there. Not doing a whole lot, but it could be bottoming out and getting curled up there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And SRM, let's see here. SRM Entertainment. And this one is trying to run up there today, 88 and came down to 83, back to 87 yesterday, 79 to 85. This one could be running back up. SRM. Let's see. That steel one, STRL, and that one is trying to curl back up. It had that nice dip, so that could be a decent one to keep an eye on real quick because that one could get moving. And that's a engineering, construction, Sterling infrastructure. What's X doing this morning? It doesn't look like it's doing much here. That's that X steel. Yeah, it's not doing anything yet. Keep an eye on that because I had that big dip as well. And SXTC, let's see what that's doing here. China SXT Pharmaceuticals. We were just looking at this the other day, saying that these things like this one in particular likes to run when the China ones do. It did the other day on Monday, ran up to 72, and yesterday 43 or 44, and it's closed. It's at 43 right now, so it does look like it wants to get moving right here. It actually looks like it really wants to pop. So keep an eye on that SXTC because that's looking really good right there. And let's see, SYM. Let's see what that's doing here. That's just curling up. SYM. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, yesterday could have been its yesterday could have been its bottom down there at 25.69, and you're sitting at 27.15. So keep an eye on that one. That one could be good. UAMY, United States Anatomy Corp. Let's see what you're up to. UAMY. And this one is trying to run back up. It ran up the other day on Monday, a lot of run ups on Monday. And right now it's just sitting at that 166. I'd have to look at this one to see if it wants to curl back up or if it's going to pull back there. VRAR, we were looking at this last night. Let's see what this is doing. This one ran up yesterday, I know that. And let's see, yesterday it was 110 to 195. This morning, 150 to 182, and it's at 147. So there's VRAR and WHLR, that Wheeler Real Estate. This one's getting set up. Did it run this morning? Because if not, it's getting set up right there. It ran up a little bit. 593 to 762, and it's back to 519. So, yeah, it doesn't show it on the FinViz, just has me at 511. And you can tell that one was about to run, and it did this morning. So, there you go at Wheeler and your Joey's jumpers right there. So, there you go. Let's go ahead and look at the SPY and the big caps real quick, see what they're up to. And then what you guys want to look at, the SPY is down 73 cents right now, and it had curled through coming down yesterday. It was flat, ran up. I still think the other day was its bottom when it hit that 602. I don't think you're coming back down that far. So we'll see. It could easily turn green with no problem today. So let's go through and look at the rest of them real quick. Apple is up 57 cents. And just a little flat, but still curling up there in the top. So it does kind of want to run. I'm not so sure if yesterday was its top at 250. Maybe it gets back up over 250 today. It's at 247 right now. And let's look at Amazon right here because that's down 48 cents. But another one in the top and could easily crawl right up and keep going. Google, let's see what Google's doing this morning with that crazy news the other day. It's still up 53 cents, 197.24, and this thing's going to keep running up here, I believe. So keep your eye on it. We'll see. It's like I said, it's right there. It's 197.24 is what it says, and we'll see if it keeps moving up. But I have a feeling it could continue to move its way up into that top. And that is GOOG and Meta META. This is up 76 cents, and I'm telling you, Zuck has something going on. It wants to get into the top, and it's been looking really good. Microsoft MSFT is down $1.37, and like I said yesterday, I thought it was going to pull back. So just be careful with that one. It ran up pretty fast, and it is setting up super bullish. So maybe it'll make a base around here, and that's Microsoft, or just pull back a little bit. And Nvidia is down 37 cents, but I'm telling you what, this thing's getting set up. So just watch for them. Watch for any pullback or dips there. And its bottom was back here at what, 133 or at 138. So keep an eye on the video as well. And Tesla, let's see what you're doing this morning. It's up another $3 to 427. And this thing just keeps running up there. Tesla just is a monster. So, um, There you go with Tesla, and it does look pretty good to try to keep running up, and it just keeps going. So that is Tesla. And that's your big caps. And like I said, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Amazon are down a little. Microsoft or Meta's a little flat, and Apple, Google, and Tesla are green right there. So there you go with them bad boys. Let's go ahead and look at the scanner, see what's going on here. That PALI, like I said, I was talking to somebody last night about it, and it did pop up there. AMPG's been up there. Buru's been a little crazy right there. And let's see, RGTI, that's just down a little bit. LAES, we looked at that yesterday. SVMH, let's see if this one wants to get running again. SVMH, it looks like it's trying to set back up. So let me keep an eye on that. SVMH. And yeah, that could get cruising again. So we'll keep an eye on SVMH. The DBVT we looked at. How about that TRNR? I'm telling you, this thing's not down and out yet. It's up 81 cents, guy. I told you last night it was right in that right spot. Here's another one that might run like crazy. TRNR. And like I said, it has up to like $8. Or wait, is that an eight? Yeah, that's an eight. Yeah, it can get up to the $8 range. It's at 367. It's up 67.59 cents, something like that right now. But yeah, TRNR. Just keep your eye on it because it's in the right spot. And I've been telling you, it was looking good, and it does look really good now. So there you go with that one. And let's look at see if anything else grabs my attention real quick. GOEV, keep our eye on that one. It's down there. And also there's RLMD. Let's see what that's doing right here. RLMD. That one's going to be crawling up. That's a big dip down there. So let me see if it did anything today. RLMD. And it's just crawling up, like I said. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And let's look at our yin and our yang and our XTIA. Did that just bounce into the basement right there, real quick? What the heck did I just do? Hold on. XTIA. Here we go. Let's see. Did it just curl down? It could be a little dip and rip situation right here. Finally, XTIA. Yeah, I think XTIA is getting ready to run. I think that's that little dip and rip look. So keep your eye on that one today as well. And let's look at the yin and the yang real quick and see what they're up to. The yin is down a penny. And it's setting up to be super bullish right there. So the China market's going to be looking good, and the Yang's going to be curling down. So that's what they look like at the moment. So yeah, the Yin does look like it's about to get pumped up, and the Yang looks like it might be pulling back. And there you go for them bad boys. So we did our big caps and our Joey's jumpers. Let's look at our crypto. That's still looking good this morning. Went over that last night, obviously, like always. But let's keep going. And Bitcoin's at 100,636. It was at 101 last night, but it's still looking good. And again, it got in between that 10 and 30 and got squeezed right up. And it's looking good to continue its way up. So I think Bitcoin it's trying to set back up, curl up. It made a lot of nice room on the chart, and now it can get moving again. So let's look at Ethereum's at 3,926. And let's see, I just, there we go. And here we go with Ethereum. Let's take a look at it. And yeah, Ethereum's back up over to 30 and wants to get moving again. So that's looking good. Ripple's at 241. And that one is getting back up over to 10. I'm sorry, I said the 30. I believe that's the 10. And it's getting back up over to 10 and ready to pop off of there. And so is Solana's at 230 again. And that's trying to get cruising back up. Let's see. That's getting back in between your 10 and your 30, and that's about to get squeezed up. Solana. So watch Solana get rolling again. Doge is at 41. And that one is doing the same thing, getting right between your 10 and 30, and it's going to get squeezed up there. So there you go for Doge. And I know Chainlink's running up. It's at like $28 this morning. Just hit 28, and that's been cruising there. Sheeb, I'm telling you, this thing's getting set up again and going to get cruising. So that one is curling right there. And another one just getting between your channel and your 10 and your 30, and it's going to get knocked up there and squeezed. So keep an eye on that one. That's Sheeb. And let's look at Bonk real quick. BONK. And see what Bonk's up to. That looks like it's getting set up again. Had a nice dip right there. And it is getting set up. A lot of room on the chart. Bonk's going to get bonkers again, guys. So that 10's just coming down for it. And it's going to get in between your 10 and the 30 is going to be above it. And it's going to really squeeze Bonk. So keep your eye on Bonk. It's just setting up there. And our, what is it, WIF? Let's see what WIF's doing this morning. It's at 307 right now. And it is trying to get cruising back up there. It's trying to curl back up. So WIF not looking too bad right there. And let's look at that Floki because that thing was setting up FLOKI. And that's up 4%, almost 5%. And like I was saying last night, this thing looks like it wants to get cruising, guys. So keep your eye on that FLOKI because that looks really good. So there you go with them. And let's go ahead and find our laptop lowdowns and see what they're up to. And then I'll jump into the messages and see what you guys want to look at. So here we go. Let me just find the laptop lowdowns are right here. And here we go. AKAN, let me look at it real quick and see what it's up to. This one was trying to get set up here. Another one just sitting right there on that 20 getting ready. So keep an eye on this. Come on. Hold on. My chart's just sitting here spinning for a second. Let me see if Apple works. There we go. I always have to, sometimes I do this AKAN. There we go. Now it works. It loves Apple. If I try to put Apple in, it goes right in. And some of these small caps, it just spins around for a second. But this one's setting up. It's about to roll off that MACD. And that one's looking good. BEDU. Let's see. BEDU is getting set up. It might even have been running today. I know we were looking at it, and it did pop up there 185 yesterday. It did 185 to 213. It's at 195 and not looking bad, guys. So keep an eye on that BEDU and CNET, CNET. This one we were looking at last night. This one's trying to get set up as well. Nope, not sent. C net. There we go. And it did run up on Monday, and it's staying between that channel. And I think it's going to get set up there. So keep your eye on that one. And that GDHG, that's that low cap China one we've looked at. And this one is getting set up. I was looking at it yesterday. I went through a bunch of the China ones, and some of them are getting set up here. So this one included. So that's GDHG and GIPR. Let's see what that's doing. Generation Income Properties, and that's GIPR. And let me just see, this one was running up. What was that? The 10th. So yesterday, 190 to 192, back to 185. But it's in that channel, and it is trying to get set up there. So it has a little more time. And MSGM. Let's see, Motorsport Games. This one's pulling back down there. MSGM. Yeah, that's a nice pullback. That could be a nice little dip and rip from yesterday. So keep an eye on that one. That's looking pretty nice for a dip and rip. OLB, let's see, OLB Group. Let's see what you're doing. That one's setting up to be in a really good spot, guys. So OLB, you know we're going to be mentioning this one soon. That is going to be popping up. It tried to run the other day on the 10th, and yesterday it was 182 to 188 and down to 174, but at 183 as a close. So it closed a cent higher than it opened, and not looking bad. OLB setting up. PALT, this one is looking good too. Pal Talk, and it is curling up. And we were talking about this the other night, and I said it was going to get moving, and it did yesterday. 191 to 196, and that's where it closed. So that's PALT looking good there. RELI, let's see, Reliance Global. Just a little pullback, trying to get set up in the right spot there. Let's see. It is. Yesterday it was looking pretty decent. It's just setting up in the right spot. RELI and RHE, Regional Health Properties. RHE. That one had a really nice dip yesterday, so watch for that. It's a nice dip and rip. 160 and 160 to 164, and it looked like it dipped a lot more. It had to have. It just gapped down. It closed at 167 and it opened at 160. That's what happened. So that one actually gapped down, but it looks really good right there. RHE. So keep an eye on that for that dip and rip. Um, RVYL. RVYL, let's see what RVYL is up to this morning. And that one's sitting there getting into a good spot and ready to get moving. So that one will be set up and cruising soon. SELX. Excuse me. That one's setting up definitely. SELX. I know we were talking about this yesterday, and what it do? It ran yesterday at 138 to 149. It's at 143, and that one's going to continue its way up. SIDU is another one that looked good. City of Space, and I thought this one was going to start running SIDU, and it's in a perfect spot, guys. So keep your eye on SIDU because that one looks real good too. SOGP, let's see. And this one just bounced around yesterday pretty nice. 188 to 178 and closed at 178. So SOGP, it's just in between that channel right there and is going to get set up. So keep an eye on that one. Not looking bad at all. And let's see, VR, AR. Let's see. I think we already looked at it, and it did have a little bit of pullback today, but nothing crazy. And it did run up there yesterday, and it could easily curl back up or just be a little healthy pullback there. So there you go at VR, AR. And thank you for the laptop lowdowns. Let me see what you guys want to look at this morning. Let me run through them. VELO and VRA. Let's see, W. How are you this morning? VELO. What is that one? Is that a isn't that a coin USD? Yeah, let me see. That's a crypto coin VELO. Come on. Why is this thing taking forever today? Hold on. Apple VELO USD on Coinbase. Let's see. Here we go. I'm telling you, I don't know why that works, but it does. Yeah, that one's curling up too. Looks like it's rolling off that MACD and looking pretty good right there. And VRA, do you want the crypto one? I know it's not on Coinbase. There is a stock for VRA too, so I'll do them both. VRA is Vera Bradley. I know that. I think we've done it recently. And that one had a nice dip on earnings. So I would keep an eye on that because it did have its earnings. And then I'll even do whatever the crypto. I'm not familiar with the crypto one, but it does say there is one. It's not on Coinbase, but it's on crypto.com, VRA. And let's see. And that one looks like it's going to be trying to jump off of I guess that's the 10 because they all changed over. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad there. It had a nice dip and this has a zero. It was down at like 0.003 for a nice dip and it's at like 0.006 and trying to move. So that's the VRA crypto coin right there. And there you go with that. NEHC, let's see. NEHC. New Era Helium. Oh, that's a beautiful dip. I love that one. NEHC. I'm sure if you were in it before, you don't love it. That's for sure. Is that Shell company? Yeah, it's that Shell company. And yesterday, it does look like it was its bottom. And today it is. Yesterday's bottom was 368. You're sitting at 450, and it might slowly go back up. I'm not sure how high it's going to go. But we'll keep an eye on it for a little bounce right there. And there you go with that bad boy. Which call options are they? Well, all of them have been crazy right there. TSL, Tesla and DJT definitely looking great. HAO, let's look at that one real quick. HAO, let's see what you're doing this morning. This one is to pull back a little bit down to that 13. Let me see. It did pull back a little bit. It was trying to get moving there. HAO still doesn't look that terrible. And maybe you're going to have your little dip and rip situation for that one. So I'll keep an eye on HAO this morning and see what that's up to. That TRNR is bouncing up there, Luis Rodriguez. How you like that? And yeah, that one, I'm telling you, was just looking too good. That's why we had it on the list there. And I knew it was just going to get set up and get moving. It was just taking its time. And that one could be a could really run today or tomorrow, so we'll keep an eye on it. How about GEM, GEM? Let's see what kind of gem this is. That's a Goldman Sachs active beta emerging markets equity ETF, and this one is setting up definitely right there. GEM could be a gem. So did run up on Monday up to 34 area. It's at 33.93, and it does want to get moving. So I would keep an eye on that. That's a good little ETF right there. And let's see what else is going on here. That's that one. Let's see these guys real quick. PERI. Let's see Perry, and I'm telling you, this thing's gonna get cruising, guys. So we were looking at it last night. It is up. Opened at 911. It closed at 907. So it's gapped up just a hair and just sitting there. But keep an eye on that PERI because it looks really good and wants to run up there. So keep an eye on that one. And what else is there? HAO, we did XTIA, we looked at too. Pulled back just a hair. Could be that dip and rip situation on that. LGHL is the lion. And that one's just touching a really good spot, dip down right there, LGHL. So that one is, it looked like yesterday was its bottom, and it could get cruising back up there. So LGHL not looking bad. ELAB, let's see what ELAB's up to this morning. Still in a great spot and still not out of the basement. So watch for ELAB to try to get moving. And it did 257 to 297 yesterday at 250. I would still watch it to try to climb up. And TWG, let's see what that's doing real quick. That one's just a nice dip and rip situation on the 11th. So that was the other day. Yesterday, yeah, had a really nice dip right there. TWG. I think we were looking at that as a matter of fact. So that one could be cruising back up there. And KNIX, I'm not sure what that one is. I know there's something familiar to it, but what is it? KN? I can't even think of it. KINX or something. I can't even think of it. I know there's something familiar, similar to it. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. And there you go, Barbara, for them bad boys. And there we go with them. And RUNE, let's see that one. RUNE, what's that one? RUNE. That looks like it's going to be a crypto coin. Again, not on Coinbase. Let me see. It's on crypto.com, Rune. And let's see, that one is just kind of pulled back, but setting up there. So it did have some nice pullback, and I think you're going to get curled up. Just not showing me just yet that it's curling up, but it is setting up there for RUNE. And there you go, guys. I would say that's a nice little pre-market. Let's see what the market looks like still. Microsoft, Nvidia are down a little. Google and Meta are kind of flat, and Amazon is flat too. Tesla and Apple are up a little bit. So there you go. And Google's up like 17 cents. So they are up just a hair, just a little flat look. But yeah, Nvidia's down and Microsoft's down a little bit. So there you go. And I think that's a pretty good pre-market show. We hit our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns. We went through all of our big caps and our crypto and everything and our scanners. So there you go, everybody. I think we're going to have a solid Thursday, and we'll see how the SPY is looking right now. It's down 87 cents. So we'll have to see. It's just been jumping up and down, up and down, up and down as it stair steps up. So it's nothing crazy. These things aren't going anywhere. They're all set up bullish and want to run. So there you go. And DJT is up a quarter, up 25 cents, and that one wants to get rolling. So keep your eyes on them. I'll be posting. Let me know if you want to look at anything else later on. I'll be around posting. And I actually did figure out laptop travel. Figured out the Webull. I finally figured out where the options was. There was just an options tab down there. I had no idea. So I got that figured out. Was playing with it last night, and I can make that video. APLM definitely setting up down here. They recently had that reverse split, and let's just keep an eye on that. And that is looking really good. Yesterday was or 10th. The 10th was its bottom right there at 650, and it's not doing anything yet today, at least not by my chart. This one does say 801, and it's up 31 cents. Weird how Finviz shows this up but doesn't show anything else. Mine doesn't show it doing anything, but definitely setting up right there. KXIN, that's it. I couldn't think of it. Thank you. KXIN, Barbara. And that one's just sitting right there and setting up. Let me look at it on mine. KXIN. Yeah, just this one will get set up. Just give it a couple days, maybe next week. So there you go. And boom, I'd say there you go. Thank you, Laptop Travel. And Barbara, you both had that one. I couldn't even think of it. I knew there was something similar and just wasn't coming to me this morning. So there we go, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Asian Jolie, thank you for your Jolie's jumpers and Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns. And Jonathan, how are you this morning? And W. Lewis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Elena, Bong Prichan, Sherry, Jonathan's on there. Money Invest, how are you? Christian, Andre, Joseph J, Bailey, Air Trout, Jason, and Barbara. Have a great day, everybody. Locking those profits and trade smart. And I'll be picking out the next big poppers. You know that. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to look at anything today. And actually, Meta went a little red, NVIDIA and Microsoft. So they are down a little bit today. And we'll see if it's just a little red day, but not a big deal. They're great buying opportunities. That's when you want to grab them. So again, trade smart, lock in your profits. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.